Good morning, afternoon, and evening out there, everybody. Just wanted to come here today to talk to you a little bit about positioning yourself to win. You know, I've been working on this for a long time, and there's a lot of things I've done wrong, and there's a lot of things I've done right. And over that period of time, I've learned things, a lot of things that haven't worked, simply because I constantly failed. What? Video. Sorry about that. I've consistently learned a lot of ways to fail and how not to do that again. So I want to share with you today some of the things I went through to fail and why it didn't work, and how some of the things I've been doing have been working lately. And while I'm not entirely everywhere I want to be yet, I'm moving in a real good direction right now to get a lot of things that I want in life. And I just want to throw that out there as a free offer to anybody who watches my video, to put some of that into practice for yourself, and then give me some feedback and let me know what you think and how it worked for you. As part of my blog today, this video is going to go on, talking about positioning yourself to win. There's a lot of reasons, why people don't win in life, and it's not all about money, or spirituality or any particular thing, but it's about that combination of things coming together. Being in a proper place spiritually, being in a proper place in your bank account, being in a proper place that you enjoy being every day, to do your work every day, to provide a service of value to people. That's the kind of things that you need to get right in your life. Relationships and your mental state and your physical being, and being in a reasonably good shape. Doing a lot of things to well-round your life. So when I talk about getting in a position to win, I'm going to be speaking more from an attitude standpoint today, versus some of the other things, so that I can get you in a mind position to start doing some things that's worked well for me and for a lot of other people. And if you do that, I think you're going to find a lot of positive stuff out of it. The first thing is, I'm going to take you back to a story that happened to me about 18 years ago. I guess that kind of ages me a little bit, but I'm still a pretty young man, 36 years old. So I figure I'm at a point in my life where I'm old enough to know better and too young to care. So as that country song says. But I want to take you back about 18 years. Actually, it's been about 19 years since I was a senior in high school, and I almost didn't become a part of the wrestling team. I was a little discouraged by a lot of things that were going on at the time. A lot of people don't know this specifically about me that do know me, but for those who watch it, I guess they're going to find out. I was a little bit bitter, which I can tell you that's part number one that's not going to make you successful, staying bitter about things. But I was a little bitter my senior year because things didn't go the way I wanted to, with playing football and some other things, and just a lot of life changes, hitting adulthood, a lot of stuff to think about. But I wanted to be a part of the wrestling team, but I just felt like I needed to work. I felt like I needed to be a grown-up and quit doing kids things, even though I was basically still a kid, and I needed to do those things to make my life better. So I had a couple people that talked to me and persuaded me, and I said, I'll wrestle. Well, the point is as I started wrestling, I took it very serious, and I was very dedicated, and I was very warrior-like, and really broke my back over backwards to try to be good at this. And there was someone very prestigious within the school system that actually come to me, 2 or 3 other wrestlers and my wrestling coach at the time. And this individual, who probably was not in a position to be saying these kind of things, who should have been supporting the program, actually looked at me and said, and the other people in the room, and said that, this is a new program. We hadn't had the wrestling program for a couple years, and with it just coming back after a 2 or 3 year hiatus, he basically looked at the group of people in that room and said that I wish you luck, but I wouldn't expect any of you to win more than 5 matches all year. Well, I can tell you right from the get-go, that lit a fire under my ass that was unrivaled by darn near anything I've ever faced up until recently. And we kind of made a kind of an unsaid pact together, me and them guys and the coach did. They said we was going to feed him a big old crap burger, which is exactly what we did. We never finished last place in any of our tournaments as a team. We had about a half a dozen people that won 10 or more matches that year, including myself. I ended up winning 25. I lost 9, and I had 22 pins. 2 other friends of mine, one of them was a sectional qualifier. I could be wrong on the stats, so if you're watching this, Heath, and you know who you are, I could be wrong, but I'm wanting to say he was like 26-6 or something like that. Had great success, and then a friend of mine, Josh, I'm wanting to say he went like 28-7 on the season and actually finished ranked in the top 15 in the state of Ohio. And you ask why I tell this story. Well, the reason why I want to tell it is because that's what positioning yourself to win is. Even when the odds are against you, even when people don't believe in you, or even when people think you're absolutely nuts for what you're doing, or think you have no chance to do it, that's when you got to stick it to them and just do it if that's what you want to do. If it's not what you want to do, well, then it's fine. Find what you do want to do. But positioning yourself to win is about, first of all, just putting yourself in the game. That's the problem most people have, is they're not even putting themselves in the game. They're standing over on the sidelines saying, well, I'd like to, but I don't want to be success anyway, so I'm not going to. Man, that's bullcrap, man. You know, if you're passionate about something and you love it, inject yourself into it with heart and put yourself in the race. You can't ride the ride at the amusement park if you don't get in line, right? You know, you can't score the winning touchdown in a football game if you don't even go out for the football team, right? Or you know, you can't hit the home run if you don't go out for the baseball team, right? So you got to put yourself in a position first. It's the same idea, and everybody says it's not the same, and I say, well, yeah, it is. It works that way in everything in life. You know, I had to do a lot of things that didn't work to find out that that actually did work, even when I was already doing it some anyways. You know, second of all, once people do put themselves in position to win, then they're just like, I'll just sit over here on the sidelines. You know, I'm not, you know, I just want to be a part of the team, but I don't know that I really got what it takes to contribute or whatever. And that's an ultimate fail too, because you're not putting, you know, you put yourself in position, but why? If you're not going to try, you know, that's like getting in the car without the keys. You know, you're not going to go anywhere. Sure, you can get in the car, and boy, you can get used to that nice leather seat. And, you know, get a hold of that steering wheel and smell the new car smell. Like going to the car lot, not even test driving it, or what, you know, something along those lines. So, you know, when you position yourself to win, give yourself some credit. Give yourself a chance. Because you're not going to do anything if you don't. Right? Okay. You know, so all I wanted to get out there today was just this quick snippet. You know, if you're going to position yourself to win, first put yourself in the game. Believe that you can win, and then just take massive action and just do whatever it takes, no matter how hard it is, no matter, even if the people that love you the most look at you and say, you're crazy, you're never gonna do this, it ain't gonna work, then that's all the more reason to, because if it's what you love, why aren't you doing it? Why is everybody in this world right now so up in arms? Why is this country of the United States of America in such a mess? I'm going to tell you why. Because we're too worried about everybody else's business. What's the first thing? Get up in the morning, we turn on the news and let it tell us how bad the world is. And then we leave and we go to work, or we go wherever we're going, and we get this stinking attitude thinking about how awful the world is, right? You know, and then what we do, we get home, and then we got to watch, you know, the talk shows and reality TV, and then catch the evening news, and by then, you know, you're so burnt to a crisp that you're waking up to garbage and going to bed to garbage. How in the hell else are you supposed to win if that's all you're filling your mind with? And then, you know, you got some people say, well, I think I need to know, and because I'm worried about the people, you know, 7,000 miles away that are starving to death, and I'm worried about these people that are locked up in prison and stuff. And, you know, and there's nothing wrong with worrying about those people. I think that's a great idea, but you can't even take care of yourself. and you're worried about something and this and that and who's on Jerry Springer today and you know, who's on, you know, your favorite MTV show or whatever. I'm not saying that you can't get out and enjoy things like that. I'm just simply saying that if you ain't even taking care of yourself yet, what in the hell are you worried about everybody else for? Okay? You know, I'm making this video today because this is what I enjoy doing. And it's lessons I've learned in life, and on some of them I've had to learn the hard way. And, you know, I want to put this out there for you. And everybody says, well, then you're worrying about everybody else. No, I'm worried about myself because I enjoy doing this. And secondly, I'm worried about you because I want you to get better so that you're not living a crappy life, right? Right? Okay. So, position yourself to win. Position yourself to win. Position yourself to win. Right? Okay. Get a good attitude, man. Jump. Get in the line. You can't ride the coaster if you're not in the line. That's number one. Okay? Number two, believe you can do it, because if you don't, nobody else is going to, and you're going to end up at the back of the line. You know, you're going to be in the bread line waiting for bread instead of up at the front eating steak. Okay? 3, take massive action. Just do it. Don't worry about screwing up. If you fail, failing's just feedback. Failing's not permanent. It's just feedback, man. It's just feedback, and that's it. Take it only as that. Don't take it so personal. And say, okay, well, now something doesn't work. Now let me try it this way. And then it will work, right? You know, and if it doesn't work again, I'll do it as many times as I got to. Look up Thomas Edison. Did like 900 ways to make a light bulb and failed every time. And, you know, people were ready to have him committed and stuff. Well, thank God nobody had him committed, and thank God he didn't quit like a lot of people do. Like I've done before. You know, thank God he didn't quit. Or else this light wouldn't be shining on my face right here, right now, right? Okay. You know, position yourself to win. Get in line to do what you want to do. Most people don't even know what they want to do. Most people don't have any idea what they do. You know, I've managed over 1,000 people in Walmarts and Dollar Generals and shoe stores. And I've managed all these places, Taco Bell. I've been store manager at a lot of these places, right? You'd be astounded. And most of the people out there in business management that's interviewed a lot of people or done a lot of work with people will tell you this, right? I have a really strange way of interviewing people. I'm very relaxed when I go in. Anybody that's watching this that I've actually ever interviewed will probably tell you the same thing. You know, I don't go in, I'm not all stiff and robotic and saying, well, this and this and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. No, man, I get them comfortable. I come out, hey, what's going on, right? What's going on? You know, tell me about yourself, man. What do you want to do? And then one of the things I ask, what do you see yourself doing a year from now? And I'm telling you, 8 out of 10 people can't tell you. How in the world are you ever supposed to get anywhere if you don't even know what you want to do? Haven't you ever sit and thought about who you want to be and what you want to do in life? Come on, man. You know, it's okay to be a dreamer. Whoever told you that you can't be a dreamer in life, man, you need to get that person out of your life. Because I'm like a big demented child. I love daydreaming. I love thinking about all the things that I like to do. I like thinking about how I can help other people, how I can give someone else value in their life, how I can do a favor, how I can help out. You know, that's exciting to me, and I always knew I wanted to do that. I knew I didn't want to manage a store for the rest of my life. I knew I didn't want to work 14 hours a day the rest of my life. I said, there has to be something different. There's other people doing it, and by God, they know better than I am. So I can do it too, right? And so can you. So position yourself for greatness. Position yourself to win. Get in line. Think about what you want to do. And if you can, here's something that'll work for you. I want you to go out. I don't care how hot it is or how cold it is. Adjust yourself to the weather wherever you're at. If you're just like, I don't really know what I want to do, Jeremy. Well, here's what worked for me. I want you to go out. And I want you to go for a walk. Okay? I want you to go out and go for a walk. And I don't want you to stop walking until you figured it out. And I want you to spend a lot of time by yourself. No distractions, no cell phones, no iPods, none of that crap. Just go for a walk, you and the world in tune with yourselves. And I'll tell you what, one time I went out and I walked. And I'll bet I walked. I'm not kidding, my feet hurt so damn bad. I must have walked for like 6 or 7 straight hours until my legs were quaking and I could feel the blah, 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 you know, in my thighs, right? My calf muscles were just like rocks. I went out and walked because I didn't even know who I was anymore or what I wanted to be or who I thought I was. And I was listening to everybody else telling me about what I should do or who I ought to be. But then I said, well, who am I? And I had to decide that, so I went out and walked, and I walked, and I walked all clear through the night. And I had a cop stop me and ask me what in the world I was doing out walking, and I told him, and I thought I was going to get arrested because he thought I was nuts, right? But he let me go, and I just kept walking. I had nothing to eat, nothing to drink. I didn't want a damn distraction, and the only thing that distracted me was that cop. And thank God I didn't break my distraction, or break my concentration too much, or distracted me too much. But I walked all night until I was like, yes, I know exactly what I want to do, and I'm going to do it, and ain't nobody going to get in my way. So I positioned myself to win. I got in line. Then I believed once I got in line for the ride that I was going to ride it, whether I was scared or not, whether I thought that when I went in the loop of the roller coaster that I was going to die and fall out of the thing. It didn't matter. I got myself in line for what I wanted. And then second, I believed I could do it. No matter how many times I had to do it, how many times I failed, or how many people told me I couldn't, I still did it. I still did it, right? Okay. And then third, I took massive action, and I just, like a bulldozer, running through a wall, I didn't stop, and I'm still not stopping. Do I have everything I want yet? No. Am I rich yet? No. But I'll tell you what, I'm a hell of a lot happier than I've ever been in my life, because I control my life. Do you control your life? Because if you don't, what are you waiting on, man? Come on. It's yours. Take it. Do something with it. You know, make it your own. I tell my daughter every morning when I get her off to school, because I have the ability of being at home every day to get my daughter ready and get her off on the school bus. Every day, right before she heads out the door, last thing I tell her, I say, Jade, you own it. You own it. And she'll yell back at me as she's running up the driveway. I own it, Daddy. I own it. Because I want her to know that she can have it. It's not about greed, people. It's just about fulfilling. It's about living. Saying a dress rehearsal, this is our only shot. What are you waiting on? What are you wasting? And if you are doing it, don't ever stop. Keep it rolling. I'm going to burn this mother down until the cows come home. Until my heart stops beating. Until the last breath comes out of my hairy face. Okay? I've went a little over the time that I wanted to do today, but you know, sometimes you can't place a time limit on when you want to share something with somebody. So here's what I want you to do. Position yourself to win. Know what you want to do and get in line. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Don't stop until you get what you want. Okay? And take massive action and just get in. Just get all in. I hope this has been helpful to you today. And I hope that you have made a decision on what you want to do with your life. I hope you have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be. The Psycho is out.